More than 500 women who do or did work at Cook County jails are suing. They allege the sheriff didn't do enough to protect them from sexual harassment by those in custody. Amanda Vinicky joins us now with details on the legal action. Amanda, what is the latest?
Well, Paris, 529 women, so nurses, teachers, court librarians, court deputies, have filed a complaint alleging sexual discrimination. Now, we're going to meet one of them, Bonnie T. Parker, who worked for 28 years as a correctional officer before retiring in 2019. Parker says she used to do intake. So when CPD would bring in those that had been arrested, she'd process them, fingerprinting, interviewing, that sort of thing, then place them in the lock pen, or what she called, or lockup, or what she called the bullpen, rather. She says from 2014 on, however, that process became harder because increasingly detainees harassed her.
It even consisted of things like guys catcalling, pulling out their penises, ejaculating, telling me about my body parts. And the supervisors, it became so frequent that they just ignored it and chalked it up to, well, you work in a jail.
It wasn't always like this, she says. Officers like her used to be able to write up detainees who behaved this way.
Previously, discipline would have been something like, something like showing your body parts pulling out and ejaculating or something like that would have been probably at least 30 days in segregation, no visiting privileges. You wouldn't be allowed to shop and buy goodies, you know.
But she says that changed. In recent years, the policy meant correctional officers had to report harassment to their supervisors and wait for action. She says sometimes the incidents were brushed off, others it would take weeks before a detainee was punished, and meantime that behavior continued. She compares it to a child who continues to act up if there aren't consequences.
They were not disciplined, so the problem grew and grew and grew and grew like a snowball going downhill. I was harassed the latter part of my career 5 days a week.
Parker was part of a lawsuit filed first in 2017 against Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart, making similar accusations. But that class action suit later decertified by an appellate court from class action status, thus prompting this new complaint filed yesterday that includes the individual stories of 529 female jail employees. Noelle Brennan is one of the attorneys on the case.
This isn't the type of thing that happens in every jail. So the idea that the sheriff has done everything that he can do just doesn't hold water. There are certain things that could be done that are common sense. For instance, handcuffing behind the back, putting them in uniforms that are actually exposure control uniforms.
Similar to Parker, she also suggests implementing stronger disciplinary measures. But Dart, again, pushing back, saying in a statement that the sheriff has enacted what it calls innovative and comprehensive measures to prevent and to deter detained persons from masturbating in front of staff, including using specialized jumpsuits, new cuffing procedures, increased disciplinary consequences, and that includes filing criminal charges against offenders. The sheriff's office says that has resulted in a roughly 2/3 drop of sexual misconduct related incidents since December of 2016. The sheriff's office works every day to prevent and deter those ordered into its custody from engaging in acts of violence or sexual misconduct toward staff and others, and has done so long before this lawsuit was filed nearly 4 years ago. The safety of all persons who enter the jail is the highest priority for the sheriff's office, and we will continue to defend our record on supporting our staff and aggressively addressing incidents of sexual misconduct by detained individuals. Now, there was another lawsuit filed in 2017, this one by public defenders who were alleging similar behavior on the part of detainees. That November, the Cook County Board of Commissioners approved settling that case for $14 million. Now, Brennan says that it is notable that lawyers were treated differently than jail employees. She says the 529 plaintiffs in this case represent a quarter of the approximately 2,000 women who worked in the Cook County jails and courts during the pertinent time period.
That you have 1/4 of your female staff willing to actually put their name on a complaint and sue their employer is unprecedented. As far as we know, this is the largest individual sex harassment case ever brought.
Now, though she is retired, Bonnie T. Parker says she is worried about some of the correctional officers that she left behind, some of whom she'd been responsible for training.
And you have to leave them in a hostile work environment, because that's in essence what it becomes. When you have to come to work and mentally know that when you open that door, oh Lord, what's gonna happen today? Are they gonna get me in the face? It's gonna be on the back of my pants and I'm not gonna see it. I mean, is somebody just gonna, hey, old lady, look what I got for you? You know, what am I gonna endure today, Lord? That's what I want to stop.
The suit is seeking a change in policy, but also monetary damages. With that, Paris, back to you.
And a lot of folks in the class in that suit, 500 and more, Amanda. All right, thank you very much.